Hey guys, it's Ben with an update on the Lendconnect platform. They've been doing lots of good communication, made a lot of changes recently, wanted to cover them so we all know what's going on. So to start off with, they did a whole new update to their website, a whole new look. It looks pretty slick. You can scroll through it, see for yourself. Yeah, I think this has to be at least the fourth or fifth, maybe even sixth iteration of their website. Good news is they keep updating and it looks better each time. They've got their how-to, buy LCT tokens. I'll talk about that a little bit here later. Auto reinvest feature in their news section here. I'll show you that. And then, of course, a slicker update on what their price is, 24-hour volume, and all that. Look at that lending rate, interest rate, 2.4%. That's freaking awesome. Hope it's sustainable. We'll find out when these capital releases come up. But they've got this nice section now, what makes Lendconnect different. Of course, their interest, 1.5 to 5%, and they say the way they're achieving that is by giving people who lend coin more of a percent of the money that Lendconnect makes when they use their trading platform. So, they'll say, hey, other people might make 5% a day with your money and only give you 1%. If we make 5%, we'll give you 2%. Or if we made 10%, we'll give you 5%, whatever. They're saying they're going to share whatever dividends, whatever they do with your money, which of course we don't really know, whether it's a trading bot, manual trading, whatever they're doing with it, they're claiming they're going to give you more of a percent than other platforms are, as opposed to keeping it for themselves. Reinvest your daily interest. Again, we talked about this before. This is a platform where you can truly reinvest and compound. Other YouTubers will show you with other lending platforms how, hey, look, you can take your $5 you earn today, lend it back to the platform, and they use compound interest calculators to show you what you can actually make, which is a load of crap. Most of these platforms don't do that. If you lend your earnings back to the platform, it creates a new lending contract that comes up in 90, 120 days, 250, whatever it is for the platform. These guys letting you lend your dividends back under the initial contract that you lent with and have capital release at the same time. I'll show you that in their back office. Upcoming features, higher loan tiers, and they go through a nice little example to explain how their lending platform works. Auto reinvest feature, like we talked about before. Great customer service, and I haven't contacted their customer service team much, but they certainly have fantastic updates with the community. And they're saying an internal exchange. Yes, I want to see their internal exchange. And actually, they say that their internal exchange, where is it down here? You can exchange your earned income directly via our exchange button. Of course, that's live, but internal exchange for selling is not live yet. And they say that it'll be live at the end of January 2018. Well, by my calendar, that's like another day or so. We still haven't seen anything happen live yet, and in their back office, they tell a little bit of a different story. So we'll take a look at that. But yeah, this is pretty nice restructuring they did to their website. They did tell us through their Telegram that their main sources of communication are Twitter and the Lendconnect Telegram channel. So if you want to keep up to date with them, click on one of these two links. It'll take you where you need to go. And they have a frequently asked questions section here. If you're getting stuck on something, I recommend you read through it. It doesn't seem like it's changed much recently, but now this one, how does Lendconnect make money? We have a trading team that trades every single day, 40 hours per week. We didn't want to use a so-called bot, but decided to add that too. We have tested our bot and made even higher percentages than we could ever imagine. We talked about previously on other videos, with BitConnect going, we're looking for a nice new platform, at least the community is, to be the next big kid on the block for lending. And I said, if somebody wants to take that spot, they need to prove to us and show us that they can actually produce these dividends, that they can actually trade our money, arbitrage, whatever they're doing. This sounds nice, trading 40 hours a day. I mean, this again, the sentence sounds nice, but I don't know how they're actually achieving that, right? If you got more and more people lending money to you, you can't just take a strategy that you had working for, say, $1 million and scale it, and suddenly it works for $4 million. It simply doesn't work that way. We've got a fairly firm background with equities trading on our team here, and I can tell you, if you had something that was working that made you, say, a percent a day with $10,000 as your pot of money that you were trading, your initial investment, and you turn that into 100 grand, whatever strategy you're working with at 10,000 most likely will not work when you get to 100 grand, and whatever you're doing at 100 grand will not work at a million. So I don't know how they're actually achieving this. It doesn't pass the smell test for me. Maybe they are. It's simply not trivial. So you can't just make this happen as your pot of money grows, as people keep lending. We didn't want to use a so-called bot, but decided to do that too. Okay, well that sounds nice, but you don't just decide to do a bot. Building an automatic trading bot or AI is again not trivial. And the strategies it would use would also be dependent on how much money it's trading with. And whatever worked, again, at $1 million, 500 grand, 2 million, doesn't work when you scale up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 million. So the same issues that exist with this statement exist here. I'm skeptical. I'm not saying it's a scam. What I am saying is be cautious. We're lending money with this platform, and we want it to stay around. I want Lendconnect to succeed. If they want to get on our channel and have a discussion about how they're actually achieving these things, I'd love to talk to them about it. I have not seen them do an interview with anybody, but we need to be realistic that when these capital releases come with this high rate of return that they're promising and have been showing in their platform, that you can withdraw right now. I don't know how sustainable that is in the long run. And that's exactly what BitConnect's problem, at least one of their big problems, was. I don't think what they were doing was sustainable because they weren't actually doing anything with your money. But enough of that. We talked about that before. We'll see what happens when the first round of capital releases come up. Let's take a look at their back office. They had a promotional 5% a day that they released, what, it was a week ago? Yeah, here we go. The 21st was the last day, they're 5%, and they've been a steady 2.2% or better. Here's a 1.7% day. So, I mean, this looks great. And again, these are just numbers on a website. They mean nothing unless you can actually pull your money out, and their conversion button does work. And so this is the home page for your dashboard. You got your referrals, your existing LCT balance, Ethereum balance. I'll review what this is for in the next page. Let's see, Ethereum, Lendconnect. This thing wasn't loading before. Here we go. All right, Ether balance. If you go back and look at my how to buy video, it's still for the most part pretty valid. You buy Lendconnect on the coin exchange market, so you can buy LCT with either Bitcoin or with Ethereum. So you set up a coin exchange account, send your Bitcoin or Ethereum over, and buy it on this website. I've got a tutorial on button clicks to go through and do this. You can take a look at that in your own time. You will then transfer LCT over to this wallet address. You also need to transfer Ethereum over to this wallet address because right now they are using this Ethereum balance, and they suggest a minimum amount of 0.005 Ether to facilitate transaction costs. They say that this will go away once their exchange opens, but for now, if you transfer LCT over and don't see anything show up, one of the things you might want to check is that you actually had an Ether balance of 0.005 or greater. Once you do that, it looks like people ran into this issue after about a day or so. Their LCT showed up. If it doesn't, contact their support. You can withdraw tokens. Their withdrawal LCT tokens is live, so that's good news. And let's see what else. Deposit history. This shows you when I move some money over myself. I personally have not tried withdrawing yet. I did send 14 LCT over to show you guys how to lend, and I haven't done anything with pulling anything out since. If you're going to lend, here's their lending button. You'll have whatever LCT balance you have when you move it over. You can pick a package detail depending on how much you're going to lend. You'll have a daily interest bonus, or you won't have a bonus if you're below one grand. So you move the slider over to pick which one you're doing, and then you'll choose how much money and hit buy contract. So that'll start your lending. You can see the contract I've started here. They do pay out daily. We've seen that, and there's plenty of other folks that have verified converting from USD to LCT, transferring back to the exchange, although it's a little bit costly right now. You can see the interest that's been paid out to me, and there is this reinvest button. I have a balance right now of about $450. Hit reinvest. You can choose the amount, fill max, and it's not going to let me right now because there's a $10 minimum. So I don't have $10. It's not going to let me do it. But if I did, you could hit Fill Max or just type in the amount, click the contract, because you could have multiple lending contracts and it will reinvest under this contract. Now they did add this exchange LCT and auto reinvest buttons. Here you have a 10% charge until they start their own exchange, and that's just the start of it. I'll show you another charge that'll show up if you try and actually pull your LCT out. But you type in your amount, it'll run through the math here of how much is being transferred. The minimum amount is $25, etc., etc. You'll hit confirm and it'll convert your USD to LCT. Then there's also this auto reinvest button. I have this active right now for myself. You choose what percent of your daily dividend you want reinvested. I chose 100%. You'll choose the contract that you want to lend under, reinvest under. I only have one. If you've done multiple lending contracts, you'll see them here. And then you'll hit confirm. And what this will do is whenever you have a USD amount of $10 or more, it'll automatically reinvest under this contract, so you don't have to log in every day and do it, which is really nice, because if you get busy and forget, that may not happen. So you can see a couple here I did manually. I waited a few days, $26 was reinvested, kept getting the 2%, reinvested $12, and then I activated the auto reinvest, and it actually confirmed $13 it did on its own. So that's a quick rundown of how the lending works. If you're trying to pull money out and you convert on the previous slide or page here, exchange out to LCT, that'll take your USD, convert it to LCT. You'll pay a 10% fee to do that. Then you'll go back to this page and you'll choose LCT. You'll choose an amount, a wallet address, and you'll pay 1 LCT for this token transfer. So CoinExchange was charging 1 LCT to transfer in to Lendconnect, and Lendconnect's charging you 10% plus 1 LCT to get out. So it is expensive right now, but it looks like you can do it, and once their exchange opens, it should be a little bit cheaper. Now on their website, they did say, like I mentioned before, our internal exchange launches January 2018. If you click on exchange in their back office, once we have checked my browser for accessing Lendconnect, it shows 15 days still. So previously they told us a month before their exchange went live. There's a discrepancy here. I haven't heard anything explicitly from them on changing this 15-day time period, but at least, for some reason their website says the end of January, which is a day or two from now. We'll see what happens. This stuff changes all the time. I think at least for now we can say it'll be between 1 to 2 days or 15 days. Sooner would certainly be better, because I may be a grandfather in crypto time by the time this 15-day mark hits. A day is a week is a month is a year in crypto. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Alright, how's the price of Lendconnect doing? Not so hot recently, but it came back up. See, this is when it was around 40 bucks a share. It dipped down almost $5 bucks or below, came back up, and now it's on a downswing. So it's kind of ranging here. We'll see what happens. I've got a feeling when their internal exchange opens, we're going to see a big spike in price. And right now it's hard to draw any conclusions from this, because the 24-hour volume has changed quite a bit. I think I've seen it as low as maybe 20 BTC per day, and maybe as high as between 120, 150. So it's easy for people to come in and push this around. I could see maybe people were consolidating here. The price came up and then they started to sell off. It comes down. I mean, a few big people, or a handful, a dozen or 2 dozen, can really move this price around. So lots of people will draw you indicators and chart patterns and everything else on these graphs and tell you what's going to happen. It's all crap. It may work out that way, it may not. Please don't analyze these things the way we analyze stocks. It really doesn't. It's not really relevant for crypto. Anyways, that's a quick update on what their price has been doing. On their Telegram, they've had, like I said, some pretty good updates. We went over the redesign on their website, what they're working on. Internal exchange, we talked about that. Brand new deposit withdrawal system, and they're saying transactions in less than 2 minutes. That's a lot better than the 2, 3, 4 days I saw and other people were seeing when I did the how to lend video, how to buy, how to lend. Internal ticket system, so they've now got internal support as opposed to going to their Telegram site to ask questions. separate Ether wallet. I have not tested this 5-day average API. We saw that on their main website. New website released. We saw that. Profit calculator. I don't know if I noticed it, but it's nice to see. Updating social media, solving problems. I mean, they're not just putting out these updates and talking about them, they're actually doing them. So one of the best things these ICOs can do, these lending platforms, is have good communication with people, and they're one of the best. Another update on where to buy. Let's see, what else do they have? Like I said, Telegram, Twitter, main sources of communication. Now this is kind of neat. 33,000 Lendconnect users on the dashboard. So that is back here. Where do they show it? And again, these numbers can be completely fabricated. I have no reason not to believe them. I can't remember where I saw it. I'm not sure where. Let's see, dashboard. About a month ago, I remember it being around 15,000 registered users for their website, and it looks like, according to them, it's now 33. So in about a month's time, registered users on their website, which are people that are probably looking to lend, has about doubled. And I thought I saw a counter on here before, and I'm not noticing it, so maybe that came and went with a update. But they posted on their Telegram, and their chat is up to almost 5,000 members. This is their Lendconnect update page. It's not their chat forum, and it's at about 7,500. This is pretty neat. They're doing Lendconnect 30 Ethereum giveaway. So talk about good incentives continuing to roll out. Between January 29th and February 10th, there'll be a promotional contest offered by the Lendconnect team, and they're going to judge this based on active referrals and loans. And in order to qualify, your referrals must have been acquired between the 29th and February 10th, and each counted referral must have made a loan. And guess whoever does the most new signups and folks loaning underneath them will get 9 Ethereum, 6532 down to 1. And let's see what that buys you today. 9 Ethereum, that's about 10 grand, and 1 Ethereum naturally is around $1 grand. So, and hey, that doesn't suck. 30 Ethereum total. You know, here's a promotion that they're doing where they're going to pay out about $34,000. So again, they're making good. They said they set aside several hundred grand for promotions, advertising. We're seeing some of that right here. You know, this is the way you continue to drive interest and excitement in the platform, and I think this is good timing, as they need something while they get their internal exchange going. So, quick reminder, never keep your funds stored in an external exchange. Yeah, that's of course a good idea. Those things get hacked all the time. And another note on maintenance mode. Man, they've been great about this. Their website goes down or something's not functioning. They let people know ahead of time, tell them approximately how long it's going to be down, and usually seem to send a message out when it's back up, so people don't think, oh my gosh, I logged in, I don't see anything, did they exit scam? No. Check their Twitter, check their Telegram. They are giving us updates. So I think that's about it on Lendconnect. Wanted to just let you guys know what they've been doing, and it's been quite a bit. I think it's good. I'm got high hopes for them, but we're not going to get too sold into any platform. Make sure you diversify. Don't throw all your money in one place. And like we talked about before, I don't recommend lending with anything except winnings, whether it's winnings in the particular ICO or another ICO. You know, if you've got 10 grand to play in crypto and you're just coming into these ICOs, don't take that 10 grand and lend it in Lendconnect. You know, if I would recommend waiting for some other ICOs that we'll talk about. You know, Thorncoin just finished up, but invest in some of those, spread your money around. Once we have winnings, then you've earned the right to lend, and that's at least the way I look at it. I have not earned the right to lend in a platform until I have winnings on the table after I've pulled out my initial investment. So that's not a knock on Lendconnect. That's my philosophy for any lending platform. I just showed the small lend where I moved over, what, $160 just to get an initial lend example up for you guys to see, and that was after I had pulled out two or three times my initial investment amount. You know, when their internal exchange opens, and I believe we'll see this price spike. Once it spikes, I'm probably going to scale out maybe 50% of my initial tokens that I purchased, and maybe I'll lend another 25% back to support the platform because they seem like they're doing the right thing. But if you're new to this game, watch some of the other videos. We'll put some other updates out there and content for maybe newbies, food for thought, because there's a lot of people coming into this every day, and I don't want to repeat myself in every video, but at least have one place for people to go to and get brought up to speed on how to play this game. All right, please like, subscribe if you haven't signed up for Lendconnect, and you need to. We've got the sign up link in the description. Please comment. Let us know what you want to see.